In addition to the many interesting secret weapons, spells, and endings of Lunacid, the game also contains an entire decipherable language for players to discover, spoken by creatures in the world. There's also an obvious Rosetta Stone in a fairly accessible area. It's not a secret area by any means, it just takes some backtracking or experimentation to find. But if you don't want to go through the trouble of translating the language for yourself, I'll be doing it for us in this video. So there will obviously be spoilers, both location and secret spoilers, as well as parts of the first and the last boss fights, for the lore that occurs during those. Anyway, let's get started. The very first thing we have to do is head to Lymm Castle to take down the master vampire, Kralal.
Why do you disturb me? Must I suffer more fools?
This is one of the greatest fights in the game, with multiple interesting attacks and phases. Anyway, kill him.
Enough. You may have. Beware the depths below.
After making him run away, you'll have access to a chest containing a black book. This we must take to Daedalus inside of the Forbidden Archives, which can be accessed right near the beginning of the game, up there. We'll begin at the mausoleum entrance inside that lower catacomb maze area of the accursed tomb. There's a gate here that will open if you attack it with light damage, such as that from the vampire hunter's sword. And now we're basically just going to get in and get out as soon as we can, because this is a very dangerous area where death can spawn and really just mess up your day. So we're just gonna hurry in, pretty much go straight ahead through this extremely dark area, and then up these stairs, past these rocks. We're gonna make a right, and I'm just gonna avoid all these skeletons because I came here extremely early. I'm gonna start charging up my coffin spell because I can't really fight any of these skeletons right now. This hole in the wall right here, we need to get in there. So I'm just going to try to platform in there using a coffin. That time we failed, of course. I come here from a fresh save, like just rushed straight here. There we go. All right. And then make a left. And then this shiny in the distance is that first black book. After giving him the book, you'll have to give him some time to actually read it. So you'll have to wait. And wait. And wait. And wait. But eventually he'll finish it. It was a book about an ancient king and a bestial curse involving blood. He'll then give you the Bestial Communion magic ring. We can use this to immediately talk to most creatures in the game. However, we won't yet be able to understand them. For that, we need to find the Rosetta Stone. So, from the crystal at the Forbidden Archives, we want to make a left through this gate, opened by progressing through the area, and then up this elevator. Once we get to the top, it's just a short walk over to this hallway. To the right is a door that will open if you've progressed through Lymm Castle. Since we already have the black book at this point, the door will open, granting us passage to the latest chasm. We can also access this area much earlier in the game by climbing up and jumping into the light on the ceilings of either Hollow Basin or even Wing's Rest. But anyway, in here, there is really only one path to take. We just have to very carefully scale the cliffside by jumping from rock outcropping to rock outcropping. After climbing a ladder and rounding a corner, we'll come face to face with the Rosetta Stone, which makes it very easy to crack the language. Using this, we can now translate the words spoken to us by the creatures of the world, which in most cases is just flavor text, but hey, it's still pretty interesting. We're gonna go through all the creatures in alphabetical order, beginning with the Abyssal Demon. Pitiful formed creature, speak not, for I am Duke of the Depths. The Centaur, dead flesh, cannot move, sinew and tendon only, escape in death. Setia, walking one, not affected by curse. We guarded this area long ago, now we have lost our old bodies. The Chimera, curse your kind, curse, curse, curse. Magic and curse begot us. Magic and curse be upon you. Cursed painting. Help, release us. cannot live in this. Die, die. Give us a new vessel. Devil slime. Solid-bodied creature, how speak, absorb into, and give us. The enlightened one, you have yet to understand. You will never escape until you shed your physical body. Great bat. Blood, master took my wings. Now I feast, for escape is severed. Hemalith. Drink, drip, drop. Red and wet is drink. Never drink enough. Ikor Ilb. Fool, how do you speak to us? We are not of this realm. The big guy himself, the Jotun. Little one speaks. I am ageless, but how long I've aged. You are a mere blink in time. Do well with your time, little one. Lunaga. The light blue orb in the sky must go back. The lupine skeleton is actually currently bugged and just gives a blank screen, but it's apparently supposed to say, how does one speak as this? No use to us. We feed on those, or corpse thou leave. Anyway, this will probably be fixed in a later update. For now, let's move on to Kodama. Sweet one, you smell so sweet. Bun bun. Bun bun. Maledictus. Little one, seeker of curses, my burning curse is not for thee. I alone will bear it. Begone. Malformed. Your blood. What is wrong with it? This one might be a little bit, malformed horse. Accursed blood, help us. Okay, I'm having a good time doing this, okay? Mare. It speaks. Such a delight in death. Migo. Sour, dried skin within the sins of your eyes. Black future with hungry pores descending growth with teeth below amber, crooked limbs thrown apart. Milk snail. Small, bouncy, bony one. You should slow and soak like we do. Necronomicon. Speaking is foolish. The codex, the binding to us, forcing knowledge from us to our captors has faded. Neptune. Feel the water. Become a wave in an ocean. We all part the waters with our movement. Rat. Shush, shush, don't step on me. Cheese. Shulker. Corpse, good food. Food comes from above. Dribbles down, down, down. Skeleton. Clinging weakling, join us soon. Slime. Solid, terrifying creature, leave alone. Slime skeleton. Give us flesh to add, bones to add. Snail. Curious drippy bone, you struggle so and to and fro so fast you must go. Tilansia. Feel the air, become the wind, and the world is home. Next, the Unilateralists. Feel time, let it pass as water over the earth. All is all. Venus. Feel the earth, become the dirt, connected with all. And finally, Yakul. This forest is sacred. Do not trespass here. I will defend it as a part of it. We're not quite finished yet. There's this large document on the wall of Abdul's chamber that translates to Savior, Cruelty, Seed of Bayagatoth, come to cleanse us. The closer we get, the more pain I felt, the more blessing. These are, of course, the chambers of the Mad Wizard Abdul, or, depending on who you ask, the Great Prophet Abdul, who is a character who was exiled into the Great Well for probably practicing forbidden magic. He's a pioneer of blood magic, having created the lithomancy and coffin rings, and he's the former leader of the cult of monks that once dwelled in the Temple of Silence. Little else is known about him, but it is heavily implied he left through the door in his passage, the same one that we can go through for one of the secret endings. The door is opened by completing a series of rituals to appease the god of cruelty, who is not overtly named, but it's almost certainly Bayagatoth. Bayagatoth itself appears in the developer Kira's other work, Lost in Vivo, Octina 64, Spooky's Dollhouse, Ritual Whales to the Cosmic Tree, and in YouTube videos. Ritual Wails to the Cosmic Tree is sort of an unfiction type of band, like a meta band. That exists within the larger lore of Kira's work, and this band worships Biogathoth. They did release a full, real album called Salix Babylonica, though. Born from the wound of Azathoth, a seed landed and rooted in earth. The forest burst into flames around the seed and split it into multiple tiny seeds. One of these seeds was ingested by the Octina, and within it, the seed grew tremendously. The Octina eventually spit out the seed, rerooting it, allowing for the seeds to grow together and form the being Biogathoth. Anyway, despite its air of mystery, to say that Biogathoth is a main character in the greater lore of Kira's work is an understatement. But that's enough of that for now. Finally, during the second phase of the Cursed Knight Suxarius fight, the player is faced with a series of curse-chained skulls, each with a translatable name of a curse that binds Suxarius to everlasting life. Curse of a failed saint, curse of a mirrored pain, curse of a helix nail, curse of a fallen star, and curse of an unkillable serpent. In the game's lore, Suxarius was the devoted knight of an unnamed kingdom, though it is heavily implied to be that of King Griffith, who, during an endless war between his and another kingdom, fell victim to multiple curses that distorted his appearance and clawed at his sanity. He continued on, slaughtering thousands, before a powerful sorcerer finally brought him to a breaking point. He discarded his humanity, defeating the sorcerer, along with both armies of the warring kingdoms. When he returned to the gates of his kingdom, a small shred of his devotion returned, and he flung himself into the void that would later become the Great Well, where the game takes place. Those curses also granted him everlasting life, that we then cure him of. Finally, in the game's files, there's also reference to a cheese man with text that translates to, "Soon you will be like Swiss, oh ho ho, I can't wait," and a frog with text translating to, "Frog on the floor, where'd he come from?" Whether or not these actually exist in the game as secrets or are just unfinished content remains to be seen. Likewise, it's not known whether there are any larger secrets tied to this language. And that is all. I would like to thank my patrons for their support in helping keep this channel going. And of course, thanks to all of you for watching. I appreciate all of you immensely. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. And happy lunaciding.